There's political risk, there's economic risk, there's technical risk, and broadly speaking, it's above ground and below ground. But the main thing is, in my experience, if the rocks don't work, you're finished. It doesn't matter what the rest do if the rocks don't work. So that is the most important thing. So I'll address these things in turn. Political risk. The most political risky countries that we thought in Talisman, we were in 28 countries, was the UK and the US. The most reliable were Cuba, Sudan, places like that. They were very legalistic. You've got an agreement, that's an agreement. It was not true in the US. So, or the UK. The UK has 28 rule changes, tax changes in as many years. Okay, I had a very simple rule. China and Russia just don't go there. That keeps life a lot more easy. And the other thing is that countries always trump countries. Companies. You can be on the side of the angels, but if US doesn't like Sudan, you're out. So, and in my mind, Western Sahara is the same. Some comments on economics. You've got to know your real cost of capital, and it's not 10%. I'm for sure it's not 10%. So debt is your friend, as long as you have enough of it, and not too much. And for sure your cost of capital is less than 10%. So Talisman used 8%, but that's why we kept acquiring things. And we got bigger and bigger, but you've got to be careful, obviously, with the debt. You must always explore out of equity, develop out of debt. Discussed another time, IRRs are a really poor measure of any value generation. I'm a peak oiler. The world consumes 32 billion barrels of oil every year. You looked at the numbers that the RPS guy put up, there's 3 billion, 4, 5 billion. It doesn't go anywhere close to it. People can talk about shale gas, and we'll come on to it, but sure, a lot of the increase in US production is shale liquids, which is C5s. The world does not use C5s, and the price, my friend Todd tells me that in Texas, condensate is $30 a barrel. Okay, and I was very pleased to see that the oilfield cost escalation is 4% above RPI. I'm on the board of certain companies who won't believe me that there is an oilfield cost escalation. This is very important. Commercial new field exploration risk is 1 in 20. They tell you it's 1 in 6. It's not. You can go through all the data. Another way of thinking about risk, and I won't go into it. There are source, seal, reservoir, trap, in wrong order. 4 things can go wrong. If 2 of them are wrong, it's okay. 3 of them wrong, stop. That's what I used to do. So 50-50, 50-50. So if it's less than half, quarter, if it's less than a quarter, don't do it. And that was successful. Deep water, you addressed it today. And in my mind, somebody mentioned the lower tertiary. There's a lot of oil in the lower tertiary, and it's going to stay there, in my mind. We can talk about deep water technology another time. It exists, or it's coming, and another time for that. But shale gas, which is I'm going to talk about, to make shale gas work, you need a lot of moose pasture. Canadians will understand what a lot of moose pasture means, and I'll show you. So why are we doing all this? The shareholders are rewarded by share price improvement, growth. In my mind, management should be as well. You can make managements rich as Croesus as long as it's in shares. It's no good ripping money out of the system, as happens in the UK, and be share poor and cash rich. That's wrong. In Canada, people mortgage their house and start companies. Okay, and it's parallel with that is dividends signal that you're growth stopping. So you've got a reward in dividends or growth, and if you're not growing, then you pay dividends. In the US, share price correlates with reserves per share and production per share. Not, as far as I can tell, it's not true here, because EnQuest should be worth a lot more. Here they like lottery tickets, and people lie.